Hey guys, Start Bonzagni, Harper Porsche. Hope you're all doing well. Wanted to go through a delivery of a Taycan. This is going to be valid basically with most of the new ones. There is some older software, so if you've got a Taycan and you see a display without the color icons on it, that would be the older version of it. And I had some videos on that early when they first came out, so you'll see those in my playlist. So feel free to take a gander at those with the charging and all those things. This one is going to be for the latest software update. This is a 2021, which is just like I had, but it does have the latest software update, which is going to be valid all the way to the just about the current 2025s, but realistically up to 24. 25 was the refresh with the slightly larger battery. It had a couple new software updates, yada, yada, yada. So they'll be a little bit different, but it should be close. So we'll walk around this delivery, go through it. This is a customer's car, and I want to say thank you for your business. And of course, this should help set up your Taycan. If you have any questions, because there's a lot of information in here, and I'm going to try to narrow it down to a shorter, maybe 20-minute video, so it's not too crazy. But feel free to pause, or if you have any questions, put them in the comments. I'll get right on it. So let's take a look. All right, guys, so we're in the garage here. We're in a Taycan 2021, and you've got your gauge cluster here, and you've got your main screen. So on the main screen, you can see that I'm in guest mode right now. So when you first turn the Taycan on, when you first get it, we're gonna shut this off and start over. Your power button's over here. Push and hold until you see the little Taycan, and it's gonna spin around. Done. And it's gonna tell you goodbye. Interior monitoring, which is the security system, basically the motion sensors in here. All right. So we're going to restart it and get it to the startup screen here, which is just going to turn the car back on after we've locked it for a couple minutes. All right, just hit the power button to turn it on. Sorry for the glare. There we go. You'll see this is the screen. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to hit, you can do continuous guest, or continuous guest is going to keep you in guest mode. You have to keep hitting this, or set up. And you can see it starts you here. Try and get closer, get this glare off, sorry. Next, welcome, next. Data connection is just letting you know there's a disclosure, data is transferred, it's like a cell phone, yep. Search the device, gonna pair your device here, and then I'm gonna do skip. And then you're gonna log in. So you're gonna need a Porsche ID. Now to get a Porsche ID, your dealer can send you a link. If you've just bought a car and it's from a Porsche dealer, they can send you a link. Or you can go on the website and you can sign in. If you didn't get from a Porsche dealer, you can go in and you'll click create an ID. And then what it's going to do is it's going to ask you for a PDF copy of your bill of sale, your license, like proof that you own the vehicle, obviously. So you can't just log into some random car. So that usually takes a day or two to process from Porsche. I don't know what the time frame is exactly, but it's somewhere in that neighborhood. And just prepare yourself for that. It's not immediate because they got to verify everything and that you're attached to the car. They'll send you an email, and once you have that email, you can click on it, create your ID, which is going to be your email. You just put your email in there, and then your password will be one that you create, which is going to be, at the moment, I think it's 8 digits, you know, with a special character and a uppercase and a number in it. So once you have all that, you're going to hit login. And it's basically going to log you in and confirm a connection with your online Porsche account. So that is going to keep you connected to the Taycan. It's going to allow you to access the map so you can see where the chargers are and get you into Connect services, which there's a lot of options there, especially on a pre-owned one. And it will help you with find a charger as well. So there are other apps for that. There's a ton of them. If you just pull up EV chargers inside your App Store or Google Play Store, and you will see that in there. So after you get in there, I'm going to put it in as guest right at the moment. We're just going to hit next, and you do want to deactivate private mode. Private mode shuts the SIM off. That basically is no communication. You don't want that. So deactivate. The Hey Porsche is kind of like a Siri. You can hit that and say, you know, Hey Porsche, and tell it to do stuff. I'm going to hit setup complete. Okay, done. All right, this is your main screen. So you got your nav, media, phone. So your phone would already be paired. And then of course you got your vehicle screen, which is all your settings, which is also right here. So nav, phone, media, phone, and the Taycan itself. The home screen, if you toggle it, it'll go to a 3-screen. So you can have your phone, your media, and then your map all in one spot if you want. If you're going to use CarPlay or Android Auto, those are going to be down here, and you can click them, and that will walk you through the activation process, which is simple, just right on your phone once it's paired. So just a few permissions in there. It's very straightforward. Home link is here. That is a whole separate video. You configure your profile, type garage 1 or whatever your garage is, and it walks you through connecting the online or this computer system's profile, which is like hitting buttons on a mirror, basically, just built into the screen. Vehicle, this is where you're going to go in to set up things. So right now, if your vehicle has chrono, you'll have a little dial on it and you can control the driving modes. You'll also have a clock up here as well. Without chrono, you do have a sport mode. It is down here. If you hit sport, that's going to turn on the sport chassis and the drive mode sport. The recuperation is currently set to off on the older Taycans, not the 25s and up. You got this button right here, and if you push it once, it turns on the little recuperation button, which is like your slow down, basically. It's not a full-on like a Tesla is, like a one-pedal drive. It just slows you down like a normal car. It is regenning, but it just slows you like a normal car. So this is perfect for traffic, like if you're in traffic, because the car is coasting when you're off the pedal. So just be aware of that. If this is off, it's basically just gonna coast, which you might like for a back road or someplace where you don't need it to slow down, you know what I mean? So to each their own, that's just your own personal preference. Push it. There it is. It's regenning and it's slowing the vehicle down at what I would call a normal car's vehicle rate. You know, it just slows you down. If you push and hold it, it'll go to auto mode and it will sense kind of what's in front of you. If it senses a lot of traffic, it'll kind of slow it down. It's kind of got its own algorithm and it kind of learns how you drive and it will automatically kick on as needed. So if you don't want to deal with it, you can put it in auto mode and it will kind of do its thing. Push it again, it's off. Push it again. There you go. So that is what the recuperation is. It's also right here. And then electric sports sound is an option. This gives you the noise. You can turn that on right here. And that will give you the noise while you're driving, which I think is awesome. That's one of my favorite parts about the Porsche, is it does have ambient noise inside and out the vehicle. It's a very cool noise. It sounds awesome. It's very, very modern. So assistance is going to be all your driver aids. Whatever is available as options on your car will be listed here. Lane keep assist is on this car. Lane change assist is blind spot. We're going to turn that on for you. That's the light in the mirror. You kind of see it over there. Lane keep assist will keep you in your lane. Some people like that, some people don't. We usually default it to on, so that way the customer can change it. This turns on the park assist, which is your cameras, and then you can change the camera angles from here at the back screen. Once again, I'm skimming through this. It's not really a deep dive, it's more of a setup. So any specific questions, let me know, and I will kind of deep dive into these on a later video for sure. Trip is obviously the trip information. Comfort is going to be like ambient lighting. What color it is do you want, right? Pick your color. It's kind of cool. You can set that up. We usually leave it on blue by default because it does look pretty cool. And then you can control the brightness too for the cup holders and inside the door pockets. You can see them in there. Inside these here. Very cool. And on the floor as well. So you've got all that right here. And then to go back, you just hit the back key. And then you got driver's seat control. So this is more for the heat balance. If you want to change more heat on your back, more heat on your butt, whatever, you can modify that. If you've got cold seats on yours, you can modify that as well. And that's specific to the driver's seat or passenger seat. Comfort entry, that's going to move the steering wheel up out of your way. And when you shut the car off, it's going to move the seat back so you can get out easier. And that's really the layout. It's pretty straightforward, guys. It's not that hard. Phone will be here obviously, but if you're on CarPlay, it'll show the little CarPlay symbol, or you can just go right to CarPlay right here, or Android Auto, whatever you're using. Very easy. All right, charging, I've got a whole separate video for this, so I'm going to skim it, but basically the quick skim, just plug it in, and as long as there's no profile active right now, it's going to basically charge it all the way and you're done. On the newer Taycans, 25 and up, you can set the level of charge right here. Add new profile. So this is, you can set it to whatever you want. You can be specific with it. Name, new profile, location, home, whatever. Minimum charge. This is where you could set the minimum charge. So if you want to set it to 80 or 85 or whatever, you can do that right here and control that. Right now it's set at 25 and the profile is not on, so it's not active. See? General charging profile, if you hit the little edit button, you can go in and it will optimize charging, set preferred charging times, and you can really tailor it. If you're in an area where the charging rates might be cheaper, you know, at say 10 o'clock at night, but you're plugging it in at 5, then it won't start charging until 10. I don't like having these on because I'm the guy that's going to forget and get up the next morning and find it not charged or didn't kick on. Teach their own on that. Pre-cool, if you want to do preconditioning or pre-cool or preheat the car, right here, you could set the temperature, pre-cool, preheat on. This is basically when you walk up to the car and unlock it, it's going to start to warm it or cool it or do whatever it needs to do with remote unlocking right here. So you can see that. So as soon as you unlock it, it's basically going to kick into starting to preheat it, cool it, or whatever. There we go. Back to the home. So we did vehicle, we know phone or CarPlay, whatever you're using. Media is going to be your radio stuff. And you've got playing, whatever's playing. Satellite radio is the next one. If you need a list of the channels, literally you can just hit this little music note and that's going to be your channel list. There you go. If you like a channel, hit the star, and it will save it. It's that easy. And if you want to get out of here, just uncheck it. And then if you want the list, you got over here, you're going to go to favorites. And that's just going to be your favorites right on there. There we go, back and forth, nice and easy. And then there's always this right 3 dots. That's going to be your option key. So if you want to adjust the sorting of the sources, like move that list button somewhere, you can take it, like move the favorites, you can move it up so it's a little closer to home. So you can modify it right there. You can also do dynamic ambient lighting, which changes the lighting based on the album or music cover that's playing, which is kind of cool. Radio settings, satellite XM settings are right here. This is where you would get subscription information. Click on that and you got your radio ID. I'm blocking it out on this one as it's the customer's car, but you get the idea. Pretty cool. So you got all that set up right there. So we're gonna close this out, close this, just hitting the back key to get out. And we're back here. And then you got your nav. If you wanna go somewhere and you hit the nav, search for destination, type in wherever you wanna go. Notifications are normal, it's just like a smartphone. If you had an update or anything. Dallas. So we're just gonna do Dallas, Texas. Go to the center of Dallas, Texas. What it's going to do is it's going to tell me where I'm going. You can see it's calculating using the charge planner that's built in here. This right now, this little blue area is the surrounding area. So this is where I can go right now. It's zoomed way out. I'm in Knoxville. So, but you can see how far I can go on a charge basically is what that's showing me right now. And then up here, once this is done, you can actually tap on and change the state of charge when you land. So once it's done doing the charging planner, which does take a minute, I just picked Texas, which is a pretty good clip away. It's 12 hours away, 830 miles. So it's going to work on this. This system is also in your My Porsche app. So you can go in there and put the destination in there, you know, plan your trip while you're on your phone inside your living room. So you don't have to mess around, and then you can send it right to the car. So that's what's so cool about having it connected online. There it goes. So now it's telling me, hey, I've got a 34-minute stop here. This is Middle Tennessee, Electrify America. And then I've got another one here that's about 50 minutes, a little bit longer, and 141 miles after that. So it's basically walking me through and adjusting live, you know, where I'm going, how long I'm charging. This is just a quick 7-minute stop. It just plugged in here, and that's going to get me home with 22%. So it's pretty cool. It tells me my stops, about how long I'll be there, and I found this to be very accurate. I think it's really good. And then when you're done, you just hit the little square, the red square, and that shuts the destination off. So very, very simple. Down here in the layers key, 3D map. Satellite map would only be on if you're signed up with the data and you're connected, right? So there's a data plan for satellite for traffic, and there's a couple of extra add-ons. So if your car doesn't have that, don't be scared. It's literally one of those things that is data driven, and you got to sign up for it on your, you'll see your services in your My Porsche app. So you can go in there and look at the services, and you can sign up for whatever you want. So on a newer car, obviously they're included, so you're fine. All right, there we go. So that's the layout of this in simple notification. There is a settings button in here, which is kind of like going into an iPhone or an Android, and you got to go to your settings, and you can change the displays, voice control, the audio controls, bass, treble, all that. This is really a deep dive section. So this is just a quick setup video just for customers just getting their car. But you know, if you want more of a deep dive on this, I will work on those as well. So that way the video doesn't go too long. Down here, you can control your same thing, map, music, phone. Right here, this is all touch. If you heated and cooled seats, if you got the cooled seats. Sync is syncing the climate control. If you unsync it, obviously it opens up the dual zone. And then your menu for AC takes you up here, so you can control all your vents because they are all digital. You can't move them here, you gotta go in here. And you've got focused, which will focus the vents right on you. Or you can go to individual and move them around separately. Kind of cool. This is also where you can put on eco mode and all that fun stuff. So I'm just gonna leave it on focused for now. Nice and straightforward, that's right here in the menu. Okay, so that's a good one to know. And then down here, this touch key, if you use 2 fingers, you can actually turn the volume up and down. See? Just slide 2 fingers. You can pop the trunk, both trunk, front and rear, and then the charging key right here. If you hit that, you'll see 96%. Standard battery range on this one, we're showing 173. It is colder today. It'll go down to, that'll move around obviously as you drive, and it gets used to your driving habits. And then your quick button is gonna be for your cameras, which is a really nice feature right there. So you turn your cameras on. Obviously you put it in reverse, which is gonna be right here. You're going straight up, now I'm in reverse. Down, I'm in drive. And then middle, if you half push it, is neutral. P is park. There we go. And then up here, you got your sport suspension option. You turn that on or off. Traction control off, which you have to hold. The diamond key is programmable, so if you push it and hold it, it will do a shortcut button, change button assignments, and you can tell it what you want it to do. Instrument cluster button. I usually use that one for the sound. I'm gonna put an electric sport sound on, so if you want to turn the sound on or off at will, you can just hit that button. And there's another button on the steering wheel here that you can make a command key as well, so pretty neat. Vehicle settings, there's also a manual cleaning position to open the spoiler up. So if you click that, they can extend the spoiler so you can get any water from the car wash or any of those things out of there. The system is set to be a cleaning mode. It will default to its normal setting because it is an active aero for aerodynamics. Electric parking brake, shortcut buttons, all that's right here in the vehicle settings, under vehicle specifically. So, and then on the screen, you're basically got a couple controls on the wheel. If you hit this jog wheel right here, that's your selector. It will select the gauges accordingly. Left, middle, right. I'm just clicking through this. And then if you roll the wheel, it will change what you see. Right now I'm on power meter. You can put the map up there. You can extend the map. Just roll it again. I'm just rolling. You can do reduced, which just makes it a basic display. Pretty cool. So that's how you do that, and just roll it back up. I'm gonna leave it on the power meter for now, which shows you when it's using power and when it's regenning. Same thing on the right. You can arrow it over, roll that down. You can change trip, navigation, all your information right there. Pretty cool. And then we did the regen. This is volume for the radio. This is voice command. If you push and hold this key, you'll get your Siri or you get your Google if you're on Android Auto or CarPlay. You got to hold it for that. If you just push it once, you just get Porsche voice command. Push it again or hit the X and she'll go away. So pretty cool. So you can use her for just about anything. She's pretty smart. So you could say, you know, I'm hot, I'm cold. It'll adjust the temperature, turn on driver's heated seat. Just say help and it'll give you a list of commands. So feel free to go through that. All your lighting is here. It's all on this touch screen and it's automatically default to auto. I'm inside, so the lights are on. And then you still got one tap on the directionals for 3 blink. 1 tap, 3 blink, and then full click is turning for your lane change. Cruise control's down here. Hit your on button. It basically shows the little car down here. The car is for lane assist, but these 3 dots right here are for cruise. And in this model, if you push it forward, it will set it, pull it back, it'll slow it down, ups resume, downs cancel. Obviously, if you hit the brake, it cancels as well. And the left button turns that completely off if you don't want it on. See how the lane assist is attached to that? So if you turn that off, the lane assist goes with it. So just be aware of that. Okay? So that's the quick version of this. We are going to go outside and pop the hood real quick and I'll just show you underneath there real fast. So let's do that. You can pop the back here too. So underneath your hood, you get your washer fill. It's really all you got to worry about. There's a little hook right here. This is what you're reaching for when you go underneath it. So I usually do like this, and I can kind of grab it that way if you're getting lost. Just go to the Porsche badge and just kind of, you'll feel it under there. Don't slam this hood. It is aluminum. Just shut it lightly. You've got a can of Fix-A-Flat and a tow hook in here. And then you've got your little air compressor pump and toolkit from Porsche in there. And underneath here is the Slave battery, which is the small 12-volt battery that runs all the accessories and the power and the turning on. And then you can pull up to access that on either side here, and then these just clip back in. And other than that, it's pretty simple under here. And then your charge points. So you just click it down. Charge points are here. Plug-ins. You can click one side at a time. Plug it in. To release it, you'd push this button right here until this little light up here turns on, or this will turn white, one or the other, and it will let you unplug it at that point. You do have to have the key on you if you lock it, obviously, so it is completely locked when you lock the car. And there's one on the other side as well. The one on the other side is going to be for your DC charger, your fast charger. Click on that, and you've got your DC. You got to flip it down. So that big plug will go right in here if you're fast charging on Electrify America or one of the other fast charger stations you're using. So there you go. Thank you guys for watching the setup video. I will get some more detailed videos. Wanted to keep this short and sweet, just to get you at least initialized and set up. Obviously the owner's manual is also inside the car in the settings, so you can go in there and look at the owner's manual digitally and look things up, which makes things a lot easier on these new Taycans. We do thank you for watching. Bonzagni at Harper Porsche.